As I've said before in many different times, is there a magic number that should come from Harrisburg and say this is the number of school districts? I don't think so. In many states, they have county-based systems. One of the what you gain from the advantage of having a county-based system, which is greater to scale in the administration of the district, you lose in the connection with the mom and dads and their ability to go up to a school board meeting. They tend to be really big county school systems. So there's no simple answer to this issue.
Any efforts at consolidation are going to take years. And meanwhile, these districts are on the verge of financial collapse. And what's going to happen? Is the state going to take all these districts over? You notice that the governor in his budget talk never talked about the distressed districts, that there's nothing in the budget to deal with the districts that might go belly up. And there's at least a dozen of them, and their number is growing every month as we approach the new fiscal year.
I think we're open to looking at that. I think probably the easiest thing to do is consolidation of services, all right, where you can look at what we normally call back office services and see if there's a way between combining those service programs between school district and school district. That's probably the simplest thing that should be pushed much more aggressively in this budget cycle.
I would think the whole state needs to take a look at it. But right now, for those, I think it's imperative to talk to their neighbors. What happens when they were doing okay and didn't have to go outside their boundaries? They never did. Now I think it's important to get those economies of scale for their contracts to sit there and engage conversation with them. And you find out they might have more in common than they have not in common, and perhaps that'll tie them together.